What's up, everybody? Welcome to The Shift on YouTube. It is your host, Francisco Rojas. Happy to have you all in. As always, you're probably getting tired of the same crap, the same intro. But look, I want you to listen to the podcast as well as watch the videos, man. I want you to listen to the podcast. The podcast is fun, too. It's just in longer form. So go make sure you listen to The Shift on Apple, Spotify. Still working on getting other platforms. The link will be in the description box. So make sure you click the link. It's there. Listen to it. Just had our first guest on the pod last week, Matt Musico. He'll be the first guest of many. Good friend. He was one of my first guests on Rojas Media Baseball Talk on YouTube this time last year. I think he was the first guest. He might have been one of the first guests. Doesn't matter. Matt's a great guy. He just created his new blog, MLB Daily Dingers. It's always been a Twitter account, but now it's a blog. Great Twitter follow. Knows his baseball fanatic. Also, if you're a Mets fan, sorry if you are, you'll love his stuff. He writes for the website called Metsmerized. So go give him a follow on Twitter. We talked about a lot about his new blog, the Mets. Yeah. And talked about milestones in baseball and whether or not we need to reevaluate those milestones. So go make sure you check that out. That will be in the description box below, and you can go listen to it. So let's get to today's topic, shall we? Kevin Gausman of the Toronto Blue Jays. One of the aces of the Toronto Blue Jays. Look, Jose Barrios, Toronto on opening day, didn't have a good start. Has been good since then. But really, all it's been Kevin Gausman and it's been Alek Manoah. But one pitcher I want to talk about today because I love his splitter so much. Not that Alek Manoah doesn't have nasty stuff. And we can debate who the real ace of this team is. Honestly, if you want to, we could talk about it. Is it Manoah? Is it Kevin Gausman? You tell me. But today, Kevin Gausman, his splitter, one of the nastiest pitches in baseball, is one of the nastiest pitches in baseball last year. I believe I saw he did a Pitching Ninja interview recently, and he talked about basically how he gets a blister. He has a bloody blister on his finger after every start because he throws it so goddamn freaking much.
The key was having this finger on the other side of this seam. So kind of hard, but like I want to feel all the pressure on this side of my finger. And so that when I throw it, I'm essentially it's like catching like this. And so that's how it gets this spin. Almost like the gyro spin, but opposite. Like a gyro slider, but going the other way. And so the reason why I don't throw it in bullpens is because it just tears the crap out of my finger. Like, if you ask anybody who's played with me, I mean, I have a huge blood blister every single game, probably half of a dime size blood blister. And the bigger the blister is early in the game, the better my split is going to be. So if I'm in like the second inning, or especially if I'm in the first inning and I get a blood blister, it's like, all right, like splitter is going to be on today. And so it's just kind of a key because like that's how I get back.
He throws it I think 50% of his 50% of his starts involve him throwing that splitter, and what it does to his hands or his thumbs or whatever. It messes him up. It screws him up. So after every start, he's throwing it that much, but his pitch has been that good. I mean, dude, just his general numbers, 0% walk rate. He's going for Corbin Burns' record that he set last year. He's a 2.27 ERA, 2.68 expected ERA, and the 33.6 K percentage is the highest of his career right now. And this pitch is one of the reasons that the Toronto Blue Jays have been as good as they have been this season. And obviously they were expected to be really good. They were expected to contend for the AL East title with the Yankees, they just lost to, unfortunately, last night. But the Yankees, really good team right now. The Red Sox haven't been so good, and the Rays are always going to be the Rays, and the Orioles are going to do what the Orioles are going to do. But dude, Kevin Gausman splitter, man, he's throwing it 34% of the time this season. I think it's a little up from last season, or maybe a little. It's around the same where it was for the Giants last year. The pitch was absolutely nasty. It's a -6 run value right now. It was -23 all of last season, obviously, that accumulates. Negative 4.2 this season per 100 versus negative 2.1 per 100 last season. So he's on pace to double that. He's on pace to have the run value be a negative, almost negative 50 or around that. That's insane. That splitter is disgusting. It comes out of that arm slot where it's a fastball. You got his fastball and you got his splitter. And it looks like a fastball until the very last millisecond. It is unbelievable. And it is putting hitters away. And he hasn't walked a batter yet this year. He hasn't walked a batter yet. Gausman's splitter is doing wondrous things. Now you can debate, look, Manoah's, his slurve, I guess that's what it is, a slider slurve. MLB The Show, it's a slurve, I think, or at least it was last year. His slider sinker combo is disgusting, but Kevin Gausman's splitter, what he's doing this year and how it's contributing to what he's done on the mound is unbelievable, and it's the reason as to why, man, the Blue Jays are going to need him, Manoah, Berrios to really, and right now it's really Gausman. It's really Gausman and Manoah, 1A and 1B, but the Blue Jays are going to need Kevin Gausman to maybe not be this amazing all season long, but they're going to need it to be pretty goddamn close to what he's been this season with this splitter and what he's done on the mound. They're going to need that all season long, okay? Like, Berrios has been good since that first start, but you know, it took him a second to get it going. Alek Manoah took him he's been amazing all season long. And you got Yusei Kikuchi, I think that's how you say his name. And you got Ross Stripling last night, who had actually had a decent start. But you're going to need Kevin Gausman to be what you got him for that money. What you got Kevin Gausman for that money, you're already seeing. You're already getting that times. I don't even know what is Gausman's contract, which I had in front of me. I do have it in front of me, right? It is 5 years, $110 million. I mean, he really got it off that stellar first half of the season he had last year. Not that he was terrible in the second half, but he was amazing in the first half. Then he had a good shortened season in 2020. But the Blue Jays are going to need Gausman to really like keep exceeding this contract, or at least be on par with it. And he has been so far. He's been incredible. Will he eclipse what Corbin Burns did last year with that walk rate? Will he get to that record? It's fun to watch. That splitter is so disgusting to watch. It's a fastball until the last second and it dips. It's impossible. If you saw a fastball, I mean, the only way you're hitting it is if you're looking for it. And even if you're looking for it, you're still not hitting it. And that's how good the pitch has been. That's how good the pitch has been. And especially with the Blue Jays offense. Offense has been okay so far. It's been good at best, but not as great as they were last year. I think they had like over 5 runs per game. Right now they're around 4, I believe. I think it is. I'm looking at it right now. I thought I had it. Yeah, it was 4 runs per game. It was 5.22 all of last season. Now, I mean, look, the Blue Jays offense has that potential, and they're going to get going. But right now, man, they're going to need Gausman and that splitter to keep not carrying that rotation, but to be a big anchor. But tell me also, is Manoah or Gausman the real ace of this team right now? You tell me. Because it's fun, exciting. It's really fun to watch Kevin Gausman starts right now because of what he's doing on the mound. Not walking batters. He's doing everything. So you let me know. Thoughts on Kevin Gausman? Thoughts on that splitter? Thoughts on that splitter. Is it the best pitch in baseball right now? Is that the best pitch in baseball? It's his splitter, Corbin Burns' cutter, even Clayton Kershaw's slider right now has been disgusting. Look, just eclipsed the all-time strikeout record for the LA Dodgers. Congrats to Clayton Kershaw, one of the best pitchers of his generation, no doubt about it. Clayton Kershaw, Scherzer, Verlander, those are the top 3 of that generation right there. And hey, man, I said it in a video I did earlier this year in the top 5 pitchers in baseball. People were ready to write off Kershaw because he got hurt last year and he's getting older. Man, I said it. He still has an elite season or 2 left in him. Or 2. We'll see. But don't forget about Kershaw. But let me know what you think about Kevin Gausman, that splitter right now, what he does for that Blue Jays rotation. It's really fun to watch. Let me know. Make sure you tune in for The Shift, the podcast this Thursday. Like I said, if you see my past videos, at the latest, Fridays. At the latest. I promise you Fridays, it will be out. Let me know. Until next time, that has been the Shift on YouTube. See you guys later.